Okay, you're talking about you want to give me the moves. First of all, I can't get up and do it because my arm's a little bit sore. But before that, I want it to be known that I do what I do not for myself, but I do what I do because the majority of the people that I know, and I'm only on the black side. You have a whole Mexican, Spanish side that did the same dance, but I'm on their side because the majority of these people are no longer here. You know, I was the first person to even bring up the name Lamonte, Mickey, Blinky, Andrew, Arthur. Nobody knew who these people were. And I refused to let, if I'm going to do this dance, I refuse because they were so prominent in the dance. I refuse to let anybody not know the importance of these people and what they did for this dance. They may not have created it, but what they did was they propelled the dance into the hemisphere. You're talking about a group of dancers, and this is how good they danced. They were so good they danced at a club called Gino's, which is at Santa Monica and Vine, if I'm not mistaken, and I might be mistaken, but it was around there in what is it? A mall. What do they call those little malls? Strip mall. Upstairs, and it was Tony Basil that got them the job, and there were people that came and watched them just dance on the floor, and by the next week they were in Vegas on Diana Ross's show. That's how good these dancers were. And there are dancers that come and go. They are they are talented, and they are and there are great dancers, but there are dancers that fall in the category of one in a lifetime, or I would say a one in a generation or one in a decade, that when you see them dance, you're just in complete awe. I think I've been blessed to have witnessed about 4 of them. One of them is Don Campbell. He created it. The other person was Tinker. And there's 2 more. The other 2 was, who was this? The other person was Willie Ninja, and the other person is Javier. When you see all 4 of these people dance, they're the kind of dancers that when they just dance, their spirit is so great, it's so big, it's so ominous that you just sit and you don't even want to dance next to them. You just want to sit and watch what in the world will they do next. Because I think that in time you have people that have the right body, the right chemistry, the right feeling, the right mood for all of this. These people in street dance, they need to be celebrated because of not who they are, but what they give to the community. It's a shame and it's sad to see that these people are just walking and running all over them. You know, it's a sad thing, because if we don't start communicating, if we don't start showing ourselves love, and when I say love, I mean we can agree to disagree, but that doesn't mean that I can't work with you. Because you can have a job and work with people all day long that you hate, but you still go up there and you still work with them. You know, I think dancers now take things a little bit too personal, and they can't do that because that's all that they know. And you have to understand, this is a business. So you have to learn how to work with people, and you have to allow people to have their viewpoints and everything else. You can not like them, of course you can. You have that right. Hate them if you want. But understand, the people that you're hating are the ones that may be able, if you come together, might give you some huge opportunities in terms of money, financial status. You never know. So don't do what is spite your face don't do that. That's not a good thing, because the same people that you meet going up probably be the same ones going down. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying that you have no right to not like nobody. If you don't like somebody, if somebody did something to you, you have every right to be mad, hate them. But remember that it's not personal. you don't personally live with these people, you shouldn't care about them. The fuck, you know, all you want to do is in this business, hopefully get your money and go on to the next, and go on to your next thing. You know, that's an important element. The other thing is, for dancers, we need to support ourselves. You know, I think that we're the most physical in the entertainment business and the least respected. And the amount of talent, the amount of creativity in this world in just street dance is enormous. And if we don't come and embrace that, and I just know this because I'm in Russia now, and I just judged a battle where I only had an hour and a half with these students, and some of these students that were in the battle they got it, and it's a very difficult form to get, and this is just in one session. So you can't tell me that greatness isn't out there. Greatness is out there and everywhere, but one thing that we miss in our element, in our dance, in our small dance community, is the word support. We don't support each other. We need to support what we do, how we do, and when we need to do it. We need to encourage people. We need to encourage teachers, dancers, students, everybody. You know, if you go to a class, let's just say, for example, you go to Switzerland and Benny Ninja's teaching, okay? And you have 35 people in the class. And Benny is tearing it up, making you work, making you walk, and I know he will. Trust me. That's one man that'll let you have it quickly. So, when you do that, and you go out and you're feeling real good about the class, the best way that you can ever pay homage to him, get on Facebook, get on somewhere, tell people, I just took Benny Ninja's class, it was, oh my God, da 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 da. Let other people know how important it is. You have to support, you know, the organizers. Make sure that you support them. Whoever's organizing people to come over, competitions, support them. You know, everybody's not going to be perfect. Of course, there's some shifty and shady people out there. You know, you're going to have that everywhere. My mother told me a long time ago, nobody in life said it was going to be fair. But the one thing that you've got is you've got the intelligence enough to know who is and who isn't. And if you don't, then you do what I told you to do before. You got to do research. You got to do homework. There are people out there that do what they do for the love of this sport, which is called dance. And I do call it a sport. You know, all of us out there, you know, we're dancing our little hearts out, and not one of us have got insurance. You know, I love Marjorie, and I'll do whatever she can. She's a perfect example. She has cancer. We need to support her. You need to go around the world and give and maybe give I don't know, a benefit for her. You know, she's come to your country, she's come to a lot of countries, and she's given of herself. You know, we need to care about ourselves. We're the only ones here. Don't think that the world, and this is, the dance community is small. You go outside this world and it's done. You know, the one thing that I would love to see, which we can do easily, is maybe in the summer we can meet in a country, preferably New York, mine, because I'm an American. We could all meet downtown in Times Square one day, and we could all sit up there at Broadway where there are, I think they're red chairs, and we all need to take pictures. Everybody. All dancers. The ones you like, the ones you don't like, the ones you can't. And the reason why we need to do that is for historic reasons. We're now on a plateau of, this has never been done before. Never. So when you have teachers come in I didn't know how to teach whacking to begin with. I had to sit down and come with ideas to try to figure out how best to serve my constituents. And right now, I've got some of the best whackers out there. From Canada to Japan to America. I've got them. I taught them. I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I took the time to invest my time in that. And one other thing, you need to reach one, teach one. We all need to go out there and support the younger ones. We talk about ourselves, but it's those 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds that we need to start teaching. Because they're the ones that's going to carry our legacy. So while you're sitting up there worried about, oh, Tina said that, did that to me, did this, you could be in somebody's recreation center donating your time teaching these children who probably will look at you like you're absolutely out of your mind and will not like what you're doing, but showing them this stuff, because what they'll wind up doing is that you think that it's going in one ear and out, but in actuality it's staying in there. And I know this because I'm proof. The only way that I started to learn how to dance was through my cousins. And the reason why that was because my mother would have her sisters come over, and their children, which was my cousins who were older, had to go downstairs in the basement while the adults spoke upstairs. I'm the littlest one, so I'm always the one in the way. Meanwhile, they're down there doing cha-cha and doing all of these steps, and I'm all in the way, not looking at anything. And then the next thing I know, I was in junior high school in a competition, an amateur competition, and it was a singing thing. Now I did not sing the best, but what I did was I danced real good. And one of the reasons why I danced real good was because of what my elder cousins instilled in me, what I thought I wasn't getting, but actuality I was getting in that little dance floor. So you don't know. These kids are going to wear you ragged, but you need to teach them. They need to be taught. You know what I'm saying? This is what we can do. We really need to support each other. We really do. You know, when you see a thing come out and you don't want to go there, support it. You don't have to be involved in it. Support it. I mean, you know, Russia did this thing with voguing and whacking. It was, I think, the first time that they had these things. People were, the guys were looking at them girls like, oh my God, they never seen girls all dressed up. Because in order to vogue, the women had to be girly. In order to whack, the women had to be girly. Generally, you'll see women in all these things. And the other thing, for women, this is your chance. This is your chance to shine. Because if you think about it, all through dance, you had to go and be subservient to men. This is your first opportunity to jump up and be what you are, which is women. And be admired and supported for it. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time. I did the first thing in Canada, and I was judging the contest, and I was noticing how the men were saying to me, or you could hear them saying, God, I didn't even know she looked like that, because they were too busy hip-hopping and locking, and in these baggy pants. You take them out of that and put them in some girly things, you'd be surprised what happens. And I tell my girls, I said, when you come to my class, I don't want you to bring them church-going heels. I want you to bring them, I'm going out and get a man kind of heels. Because we're going to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what should happen. You know, I love all of you. I'm here to support all of you. You know, you can reach me on Facebook anytime. If you want to be my friend, please, I encourage you to email me and request me as a friend. I will always, the one thing that I love talking about my part in this wonderful dance form called whacking. And this is just one. You have a plethora of other dance forms that you could be involved in. But with this, I just want to leave you with my last saying, and that is, if you do not understand the music, you will never understand the dance. Good night and God bless. Bye-bye.